Welcome again to Ancient Tales for Today, a very old book with very old stories. Now, this is lesson number 30, In a Hole, 在一个坑里. And we will be following the story now of Joseph, the favorite son who had a pretty coat, and the pretty coat made his brothers jealous, and the dreams he dreamed made them so angry that now they're going to do something to Joseph. So stay by, because we have another interesting tale from a long, long time ago.
Number 30, In a Hole. You remember the previous ancient tale about Joseph, who was Jacob's favorite son. He was the one who had received the beautiful coat as a gift from his father. He was the one who had dreams that all his family would bow down before him. He was the one who made all his brothers jealous. One day his father sent Joseph to check on his brothers and make sure the family's flock of sheep and goats was all right. When Joseph's brothers saw him coming, they were so angry with him and so jealous that they plotted to kill him. They even invented a lie to tell their father. They would throw his body down a dry well and then say that a wild animal had killed him. But the elder brother suggested not to kill him, just to put him down a dry well, but not hurt him. He planned to come back later and rescue him. When Joseph arrived, they ripped off his beautiful coat and threw him down into the dry well. How do you think Joseph felt? He was really in a hole. He must have been very upset at the way that his brothers treated him. Down in that hole, he was in a bad situation. But then it got even worse. Some traders were passing by on their way to Egypt, and the brothers decided to pull Joseph out of the hole and sell their brother to them. Then they took the ripped coat and dipped it in goat's blood. They took the blood-stained coat back and showed it to their father Jacob. Of course, he believed that his favorite son was dead and cried for a long time. Oh, what a sad story. Everybody suffers. Joseph is sent as a slave to Egypt. The brothers live with so much guilt, and Jacob, the father, cries over his lost son. Many lessons for us here.
One day, his father, that's Jacob, sent Joseph to check on his brothers and to make sure that the family's flock of sheep and goats was all right. Whoa, that was a long sentence, wasn't it? Okay, one day, his father, that would be Jacob, he's now quite an old man, or getting quite old, sent Joseph to check on his brothers. Kanikan, to check on, so kanikan, his brothers, and to make sure, 确保, to make sure, 确保. Sometimes I've heard the word 确保, to make sure, and it simply means to make sure and that everything is Okay. To make sure, 确保 the family's flock, or flocks, okay, 这个群群呢有羊，有这个山羊啊 ，sheep is 绵羊 ，okay, goats is 山羊 and so the father sends the son Joseph to see the brothers. When Joseph's brothers saw him coming, okay, when Joseph's brothers saw him coming, and unfortunately, 不幸, he was wearing the coat that his father had given him. So when the brothers saw him coming, they were so angry with him and so jealous. Okay, 不单是生气 they are also 有嫉妒 okay, that they plotted to kill him. 他们密谋 to plot. To plot means to plan to kill him. And a nice way of saying to plot is just to plan. But plotting always 是有消极的看法. It's not a good word. You can say plan and it's good or it's bad. But plotting is always bad. They even invented 编造. They even invented 编造 a lie 谎言 okay, to tell their father. Okay, so they invented a lie to tell the father. They would throw his body down a dry well. Okay, so they would throw the Joseph down a dry well. 干的水井 okay, 没有水的水井 okay, and then say, okay, and this is the lie, 这个是谎言 okay, and then they would say a wild animal 野兽就杀死了他 okay, so this is the invented story 编造的谎言 okay, going on. But the eldest brother suggested, okay, the oldest brother, eldest meaning oldest, 最大的哥大哥 okay, suggested, okay, 提出来不要杀他 See, they were going to kill him and then throw the body, 把他的尸体丢在这个坑里 okay, just put him down the dry well. Okay, so 这个坑原来是一个水井，是干的啊。So just throw him in the dry well, but not to hurt him. Now, actually, the older brother had a plan. And you see that I have written it here. We have written, he planned to come back later and rescue him. He planned to come back later, 以后要回来救他，救出来。Okay, that was his plan. It didn't work out that way, as we will see. Okay, when Joseph arrived, they ripped off his beautiful coat and threw him down into the dry well. They ripped off his beautiful coat and threw him into dry well. They ripped off, meaning they pulled it off of him. How do you think? Now, you normally rip means 撕破, but in this case, to rip off means to very quickly take it off, to rip off the coat. Okay. How do you think Joseph felt? 你认为这个约瑟的感受是怎么样? To feel is 感受, sometimes 感觉, but in this 感受. He was really in a hole. Now, please understand that we have a saying in the West, 这个西方有可以说一句片语说 I'm in a hole. 真正的是在坑里吗? In a hole means I'm in the middle of a big problem. So when we write here, he was really in a hole, that means he was really in a deep, 很深的问题. Okay? He must have been very upset. In this case, upset is not 生气, but it may mean 很烦恼, okay, or 恼火, okay. He must have been very upset the way his brothers treated him. Well, 也有生气，他哥哥们兄弟对待他呢。Okay, going on. Down in that hole, he was in a bad situation. But then it even got worse. Down in the hole, 在坑里，情况不是很好，是非常不好。But then it got even worse. 然后更加不好。And you will have to come back in a little bit, and we will continue the story. Okay, here we come now to light on the path. Let's look at Proverbs 14:17.
箴言14章的17节。
Here it says, a quick-tempered man does foolish things, and a crafty man is hated.
中文经文说，轻易发怒的行事愚妄，设立诡计的被人恨恶。
Okay, now here's a question for you, Lena.
好，
A hard question, and that is, has something happened to you that was not fair? And how do you respond to that? 你的反应是怎么样？
我记得哈，我想其实每个人都会有被人不公道的对待过啊，觉得不公平，很愤怒。那我想我读书的时候，我就觉得有一个老师呢，好像对我就是比较不公平。可是我想他是老师，我也没有办法，那我就忍耐了。那一段时间之后，他也是知道我没有做那些事情，或者是我是一个很乖的孩子，我觉得我就得到了那个好的。 就等待了一个好的结果了。
Right. Actually, I think that's usually the best way is to be patient. Because sometimes these problems solve themselves. 自己情况之内自己会解决了。
会解决，需要时间好像。
Yeah, time is the most important thing. For sure, it's the most important thing.
那好，艾老师，你在处理这些不公道的时候，你会也是用忍耐，没有别的办法。
没有别的办法，真的是没有别的办法。Okay, so thanks for joining us on Light on the Path. His brothers did not treat him very well. 对待 to treat someone. They were not treating Joseph very well. He was down in that hole. It was a bad situation. 已经很坏的一个情况。 But then it even got worse. 更加变得更加不好. Some traders. Okay, what is a trader? 商人. Now a trader is somebody who does business. In those days, traders usually had camels and they would buy things and then they would take them on their camels 在骆驼上 and they would take them and go somewhere far away and sell them. Some traders were passing by, 这些商人 okay, were passing by 就经过那个地方 and where were they going? They were on their way. On their way means 他们正在去 on their way to Egypt, 埃及. They were on their way to Egypt. And the brothers decided that they would pull Jacob up out of the hole, 从这个坑就拿上来 and sell their brother. Okay, 卖他给 these traders. And so that's what they did. They pulled him up out of the dry well, 这个坑里面。我相信原来是一个水井 but it was dry. There was no water inside there. Okay, and they sell their brother Joseph to the traders. And then, of course, the traders would take Joseph all the way to Egypt and sell him in Egypt. Then they took the ripped coat. Okay, so in this case, remember we already talked about ripped. Now, ripped has two meanings. The first time we saw it, ripped means they took it off of him very quickly. To rip off the coat. If I rip off my coat, it doesn't mean 不是撕破的意思. It just means I take it off very quickly. Now, in this case, they ripped the coat. Now they have the coat, and they ripped 撕破它, and they dipped it in goat's blood. What does it mean to dip in goat's blood? 蘸了在山羊的血. Of course, it looks bloody. It looks bad. So the father, when they get back with their story, 他们所编造的一个故事, when they go back and says, look, see, they took the blood-stained coat. Okay, blood-stained coat. Blood-stained means that the blood has dried on the coat, and so it's stained. You cannot wash it off. Okay? And they took it back and showed it to their father. 就给他们的爸爸雅各看一看. Next. Of course, he didn't expect that his sons would be lying to him. So, of course, he believed that his favorite son was dead. 他就相信他所宠爱的儿子 already dead. And he cried and cried a long time. The ancient tales actually say that he felt like he was going to die. 他伤心到这个地步. He felt like he was going to die. What a sad story. Now, again, when we use the word sad, what do we mean? Okay, 可悲的 or 一个悲剧 or in this case 蛮伤心的一个故事 蛮伤心的故事 Everybody suffers. Everybody suffers. What does it mean to suffer? 受苦 受苦 Everybody 这个人人大家都受苦 Joseph is not in a good shape. He was sent as a slave to Egypt. 他就被带到埃及，要作为这个奴仆，这个佣人。Okay, so now Joseph is suffering. Joseph is suffering. The brothers live with so much guilt. Now, this is a different kind of suffering. 不一样的受苦 The brothers live. 他们过生活，他们人生啊，受这么多内疚感，内疚 guilt. This is guilt, feeling bad about something that you have done. And who else suffers? Jacob. The father cries over his lost son. And Jacob, the father, is crying. So you see, when I said, 人人都受苦, everyone is suffering because people chose to do the wrong thing. And Jacob the father cries over his lost son. And we end this lesson by saying, many lessons here for us. There are many lessons. 里面有很多的教训. You almost have to pick up the 古经 yourself and look at the story. And you can imagine what these lessons might be. Well, I'll be back in a few minutes to wrap things up. Okay, words you need to know. Well, we'll start with something that's very simple. It should be simple. Okay, previous. Whoa, that's a hard word. Maybe you don't even know what it means.
我真的还不知道哎。
Okay, previous 以前的。
哦，就是
以前的。
以往很早以前的事情。
Okay, so in our story it says a previous ancient tale. That means 以前的一个故事。Previous. Okay, another one here is to make sure.
确保 make sure 这个字我知道。
Okay, or 确保 or sometimes you can even say 确定。
确定，对。
确定。Okay, whoa, here's one, and I can't even say it in Chinese, but I know the English. Plotted, to plot, P-L-O-T. What does that mean? 这个密谋。
密谋哦。
密谋。Whoa, that's a hard one, isn't it?
Yeah.
But some people are behind the scenes. 他们在背后
密谋一些什么诡计。
Yes, yes. Well, with that, that's all the time we have for words you need to know. Well, now we've come to the end of another interesting story, a story that has many lessons for us. But we're not really done with the story. More things happen to Joseph. Will the dream that he dreamed ever come true? His family, are they really going to bow down to him? Whoa, well, we've got to wait for a little while because we have some more stories to tell. Anyway, thanks for joining us in Ancient Tales for today, and you'll want to join us again as we now look at Joseph in prison. Until then, we'll see you.
That's all for today, and thanks for watching. If you like Ancient Tales for Today, please visit atft.chinesehope.tv. You may also contact us by writing to ancienttalesfortoday@gmail.com. Again, that's ancienttalesfortoday@gmail.com. Tell your friends about Ancient Tales for Today. See you next time.